Okay, good evening. So today we're looking at the worksheet 10K. We are told that A, B, C, D is a rectangle. So this is a rectangle. We know this certain properties that applies to rectangles. All of those properties apply. The first question says calculate x. So we know that x is the same as O1. So angle O1 is equal to xy because it's vertically opposite angles. Okay, so there's an x there. Now there's a rule in geometry for rectangles which says that the diagonals bisect each other equally, which means to say this length is equal to that length. So we're saying that CO is equal to OD. Why? Because diagonals bisect equally. Okay? So that means to say then that D2, since those lengths are equal, D2 is 40 degrees. And why is that 40 degrees? Because angles are opposite equal sides. Yeah. So we got x plus 40 equals 180y. Sum of triangles, and it's triangle DOC. Okay. So x is equal to 100 degrees. Okay. Okay, so now we're looking at number 2. In number 2, we are told that PQR is a square. So if this is a square, we know many things, okay? There's 90 and diagonals bisect the vertex angle, so this angle is 45, 45, and so on. Then the question says calculate x. Okay? So the exterior angles go to sum of two interior opposite. So we know firstly that angle R or SR, we can say R1. We can go straight with R1 is equal to 45 degrees. Why? Because the diagonal bisect the vertex angle. Okay. Okay, basically this video is free. If there's any problems, please let me, if there's any mistake I've made, please let me know. I'll try and correct it, okay? So that is 45 degrees. So as we said, the exterior angles equal to sum of two interior opposites. So x is equal to 45 degrees plus 62, which is 107 degrees. And the reason here is exterior angle of triangle, and is a triangle TOR. Okay. Okay, for number 3. Number 3, we are told that ABCD is a square. So if this is a square, we know many things. Okay, there's 90 and diagonals bisect the vertex angles and all of this. Then we are told that BD, its length is 6 centimeters. Calculate DC. But we know that DC is the same as BC. Why? Because all sides equal in a square. Okay? All sides are equal in a square. So what I'm going to do is I need to apply Pythagoras. However, for Pythagoras, I need to know that is 90 degrees. So angle C is equal to 90 degrees. Why? Vertex angles equal 90 degrees. Okay, these are the vertex angles. So now it's enough to apply Pythagoras. So I say 6 squared is equal to DC squared plus, I could have said BC squared, but since I wanted to calculate DC, I'll stick with DC. Okay, so I can say that squared plus that squared is equal to 6 squared. Okay, since we have indicated BC is also equal to DC, I can just write DC plus DC, so that we have one variable only. Pythagoras with angle C equals 90 degrees. Okay, so 2DC squared is equal to 36. DC squared is equal to 18. So d squared, the square root of 18 is going to be 3 root 2. Since they started off with centimeters, I'm going to say 3 root 2 centimeters there. Okay. Look at number 5. In number 5, we are told, number 4. ABCDs are rhombus, so all those lengths are equal. Those angles are equal as well as those angles. That's also 90 degrees. Then we are told that AC is 10. So if AC is 10, then AO is 5 and 5. Why? Because the diagonals bisect each other. BD, from there to there, BD is 8. So I have 4 and 4. Diagonals bisect each other. Calculate AB. Okay. So again, Pythagoras. So I need 90 degrees here. So I'll start off by saying that AOB equals 90 degrees. Why? Diagonals perpendicular in a rhombus. Okay. So there's 90. So if this length is 10, so then AO is equal to 5. Why? As well as OB or BO is equal to 4, if that is 8. Okay, and the reason for both is diagonals bisect in a rhombus. Okay, diagonals bisect each other in a rhombus. So to calculate AB, I can say AB squared is equal to the theorem of Pythagoras, which is 5 squared plus 4 squared. Your reason is Pythagoras with AOB equals 90 degrees. Okay. Which is now 25 plus 16, which is 30 is 41. So the AB will be the square root thereof. Square root of 41. Okay.